What's up, fans? It's KP. I am stylin at Gen Con in Indianapolis, and I am with Scott Gaeta, the CEO of Cryptozoic. How are you, Scott?
I'm doing good, thanks.
You got quite a tournament going on here.
Yeah, so this is the World Championship for the World of WarCraft trading card game, and we're giving away $250,000 in cash prizes this weekend.
That's a lot of dice.
Yeah, it's a lot of cards. Guy that wins World Championship gets 50 grand. And the other $200,000 is spread out among the top 100. Yeah, it's pretty huge. There's people walking around in costume. I mean, you'll see guys dressed as, like guys and girls, a lot of girls actually, which is nice. Dressed as, elves and all sorts of Warcraft characters and all sorts of stuff. Yeah, it's really cool.
So can you give those people new to your game kind of the quick overview?
Yeah, so really this mirrors the MMO experience. You build your deck based on a hero, which is kind of your avatar, so you pick, like an Orc Warrior or like Gorbelly or something like that, and then you build a deck with all your allies and spells and everything else, and you basically just battle your opponent. It's like one-on-one PvP.
So on a lot of, unlike a lot of other games, you really get to customize this to your preferences, to your friends' preferences, to your group characteristics.
Yep, exactly. Yeah, you build the deck based on, what you want to do. There's players from all over the world. We have players here from the Philippines and China and all over Europe and of course North America. And yeah, they're gonna wind up, one of them is gonna wind up being world champion. And then there's lots of other players here just to play in all the other events.
Can you take us on a little tour?
Yeah, let's walk around. All right.
Come on.
So over here, actually, this isn't really part of the tournament. This is something for casuals and something that's fun with the TCG. There's loot cards in the trading card game, and out of those loot cards, you get cool cosmetic items from in-game. So we have Landro's wheel here, and you can spin the wheel and possibly win a loot card.
Well, something for everybody.
Yeah, you can check out the wheel. You spin the wheel, and you might get anything from a spectral tiger to a tabard. So this is all the loot cards that have been out in the game. There you go. So she just got a hippogriff pet. So pretty sweet.
What's fair market value for a hippogriff pet these days?
They usually go for about $100. This is actually the World Championship right now. It's been going on for a couple days, so it's kind of getting dwindled down. We started off with hundreds of players, and now we're down to, I think, about the top 60 or so, and it looks like we're down to just a handful of matches. By tomorrow, we'll be down to the top 8. Over here, we actually have Rane from Blizzard. So Glenn is the art director, one of the art directors for Blizzard. He does most of like the packaging art that you see on things like the collector's editions and things like that, and a lot of the Blizzard key art.
He's the genius behind the visuals that make the game what it is.
You nailed it. Thanks.
The visuals that we've seen in the game and that we're seeing out here are just outstanding. Where does the inspiration come from for this?
Well, we have the World of WarCraft video game, and all the inspiration, I think, really comes from that. So we owe a lot to the developers of the game. What we have to focus on is it accurate to the game? Are the weapons accurate to the game? Is the armor accurate to the game? Characters.
Is there a character you got kind of a sweet spot for?
I really like to draw orcs just because they're gritty. I mean, they're sharp. Yeah, the teeth, they're angry. But, when you can't go wrong with drawing some of the females either. So I think this guy right here has created a lot of controversy. You either love him or hate him. And I've had a few people come up to me and be like, "Oh, you created Black Ice. I want to punch you in the face." It's like, all right. I think all the people here, they're just hardcore gamers. And it's really cool to see like those people that inspired by the work that we produce. It's cool.
No, we're thrilled. This has been a great turnout. Like the room's been jam-packed all day.
Well, we're going to continue to bring back the highlights of Gen Con from Indianapolis. Scott Gaeta, CEO of Cryptozoic. Scott, thank you so much for taking us on a tour and showing our fans a little bit. More to come from Gen Con Indianapolis. I'm KP. I am stylin, stylinonline.com.
They get, if they choose, they get a decent night's sleep. Most of them don't choose to do that. There's lots of other stuff to do, and they go out, and it's a pretty good time here. This is a nice vacation. So,
how's that for a subtle yet complete intro?
I think it was pretty good.
Right,
yeah.
How about this one? How about?
But that's an honorable introduction. Yeah. They haven't punched me in the face yet, so that's good. But.